Hey, Shalom. This is Khazar Eliyahu Yasharal here, and welcome to Just a Word. Welcome to another video. In our previous video, Mark of the Beast video, we looked at the question, what does it mean to take a mark in the right hand or in the forehead? And today, we look at an even equally difficult question. What is the image of the beast? Now, this one is, we're not going to actually tell you and say, okay, this is the image of the beast. We are going to put clues together. And by putting the clues together, it should leave you thinking. And in the end, you should be able to evaluate what we gave you. Because what we have learned from studying the mark of the beast is that the Most High gives us clues. And it is not for the proud. It is not for those who say, oh, we got it figured out. Because if you do not pick up the clues and piece them together, if you already think you have things figured out and have a foregone conclusion, then you are going to be misled. You have to keep looking at the clues, piecing them together. And that is what we are going to be doing today with the image of the beast. All right? So, as I said before, we do not tell you that we have solved this problem or this question, but rather we try to pick your minds with the clues that we provide. All right? And so let us begin at the book of Chizayon, Revelation 13, 14 to 15. This is a prophecy of the image of the beast. Now, this was speaking about the second beast. And it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and live. Notice, it says there, they should make an image. So this image is something that man makes. Very important, because we were hearing some people were saying that the image of the beast would be Akhenaten, the Egyptian pharaoh, coming back to life. But this says, make an image, saying to them that dwell on the earth, saying to humans that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Make an image. All right, and in verse 15 it says, and he, that is the beast, had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Let's go over verse 15. It's a very important verse here. This is what we are centering everything around. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And of course, this image of the beast would be made, something that is made. All right? So, a disclaimer from the beginning again. First of all, every true believer should shun the graven image. This is why this is a profound thing. When the Most High says, if you worship the image, you will be destroyed. He told you from the first day that, verse 3, thou shalt have no other Elohim him before me. Thou shalt have no other Elohim him before me, no other gods before him. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Let me say it again. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath, under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahuwah thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So under no circumstance should we make unto ourselves any graven image, and we should not bow down to worship or to serve it. All right. So in investigating this image of the beast thing, we have to go back to the point that in the end times, it will be just as in the days of Noah. So to find out the image of the beast in the end, we have to go back to the days of Noah and see what it was like. So we go to Matityahu 24, verse 37. Matthew 24, verse 37. And it says, "But as the days of Noah were, so also shall the coming of the Son of Man be." So the coming of the Messiah in the end times will be just as in the days of Noah. And we know that we are in the end times around the coming of the Son of Man. So let's go back to Genesis to see what was happening in the days of Noah. Let's go back to Habereshith, which means the beginning. Genesis 6, 4-5. And this is what was happening in the beginning, and this is what's going to happen in the end. There were giants in the earth in those days. There were what? There were giants in the earth in those days. Let me repeat. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of Alua came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. The giants were the mighty men. When the sons of Alua came and mated, the angels, fallen angels, mated with the daughters of men, they produced giants in the earth. And because of that, and Alua saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. That's what is happening in the end. As the seed of the fallen ones are given to the sons of men through that inoculation that they are taking in their arms, right? Bringing them back to the days of old. So, the mark of the beast is closely related to the days of Noah. It is closely related to transhumanism. Transhumanism, going back to the days of Noah, where man mated with the fallen ones. We have said several times, and we've shown evidence of the fallen angel DNA being available, and fallen angel DNA being mixed with man in this inoculation that they are giving to men. All right? Has everything to do with transhumanism, the mark of the beast. So, the image of the beast also has to do with transhumanism. We got to get it straight. The image of the beast, closely related to the mark of the beast, both work hand in hand. All right. So, who has ever heard of a man called Anthony Lewandowski? This man in 2017, he patented, was it patented? Was it patented? Yeah, he made an application. I don't know what process it is for the establishment of an AI church, artificial intelligence church. This man said that he was looking forward to the near future when artificial intelligence would become so important it would be fused with mankind, and so he was preparing the way for an AI God. Right? All of this is in their plans, people, and here is the plan. The plan is to extract all the data from man. 2016, I think it was. They had the supercomputer, what is it again? D-Wave computer. They have been accumulating all the data in the world from then, everything that we do on social media, every data about everyone in the world. All of this data is being compiled in a quantum computer, packed together, compiled together. When all of this is compiled together, it will be in one place. And with all those people who took this liquid inside of them, through their brain machine interface and their technology, they will be hooking up these people to the central AI who knows everything about there is to know in this world. All the knowledge will be in this central AI. Then think about this. What if we create these images and each one of these images are hooked to the central computer and all the data in the world is in these images? All right? These images can become the AI God. That is, they know all. They can know everything. They can even predict what you are going to do next. All right? So they can give predictions. And when people are hooked up to the central computer through the operating system that is in this liquid that they have given them in their arms, when they are hooked up, then that central computer can be used to control them. That AI, that central image now becomes a god over them. All right? Think about that plan as we continue. All right? So if you'd never heard about this AI church that they planned, let us give you just a little insight into it, coming from a video that was shot somewhere a little after he spoke about
WOTF, the way of the future, that's the name of this religion, will focus on, quote, the realization, acceptance, and worship of a Godhead based on artificial intelligence developed through computer hardware and software. They're going to fund
God
research.
need with a spaceship is all I can think of.
It will seek to build working relationships with AI industry leaders. Have they contacted you? You're an AI industry leader, Phil.
They haven't. Apparently, I'm not a leader enough.
And they're going to target AI professionals and laypersons who are interested in the worship of a Godhead based on AI. Is he serious?
Well, he's got this thing he says in the article where he's like, well, clearly AIs are going to take over, so I want to be in on the ground floor as
being nice.
Yes, I want to be the collaborator.
That's
so
why
that
he's
I'm
the
not lined
dean.
up against the wall when they...
Yeah, he doesn't want the
that's
AIs
smart.
to think he's trying to take over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is a
and that's
dude
why
who-
he's just the dean.
He's a facilitator.
Got it.
It's weird. When you read the manifesto, it comes across as almost plausible in a way that, you know, this is coming and we should be looking for ways to actually do this more safely.
He says the idea needs to spread before the technology. The church is how we spread the word, the gospel. If you believe it, then start a conversation with someone else and help them understand the same things. Now, this you agreed with when I read this, Phil. He says, the change is coming, a change that will transform every aspect of human existence, disrupting employment, leisure, religion, the economy, and possibly decide our very survival as a species.
Okay. So, these people are having a good time making fun of what they were doing. But we have to understand now what is happening in this world. Last month it was. They unveiled what they call giant statues that are coming to 21 cities across the globe. Let's hear, when we hear from this news item, we are going to start thinking. When it says in Revelation 13 that they are to make an image, and that the image could both speak, all right, and it had life. Let's get our thinking caps on. And let's look at this article from a website called BroadwayWorld.com. Get a first look at the giant statue coming to 21 cities across the globe. The 10-story public art display will showcase the giants in communities across the globe using technology to celebrate humanity. The most exciting visitor attraction concept of the 21st century has been launched. And we're going to see the use of 21 throughout this scripture, throughout this article. And we're going to look at the biblical meaning of 21, and then we will get a more greater understanding of this thing. All right. Entitled The Giant. Remember, it says there, as in the days of Noah, and in the days of Noah, Genesis 6, verse 1 says, verse 4 says, there were giants in the earth in those days. And it's quite a coincidence, isn't it, that these guys have named this thing The Giant. All right? Entitled The Giant, it features the world's tallest moving statue, 35 meters or 112 feet. The Giant was conceived by the Giant Company based in Dublin, Ireland. The idea was initially inspired by Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. Supported by Enterprise Ireland and CRBRE, the concept for the Giant includes a multi-story statue mounted on a plinth housing an exhibition. The statue will be embedded with millions of addressable LED pixels, giving it the ability to instantly take the form of any person, from historical figures such as Albert Einstein or famous woman Amelia Earhart, to stars of today from Lionel Messi to Beyonce. Each hour, the Giant will transform into each country's national heroes and celebrities. The Giant's arms and head can move, so it has life. The Giant's arms and head can move to a diversity of positions, and the images of the men and women appearing on the statue can speak or sing. So what did the word say in Revelation 13:15? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So what we are seeing here, that part about causing as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, that could be coming in the second half. What they could be unveiling is just setting up these things, and then later on they go into the second phase. Just think about it. All right? Again, we're not saying that this is the image. We're just saying think about it. All right? More than a visual wonder, visitors to the attraction will explore several fully immersed exhibits that feature state-of-the-art technologies, including augmented and virtual reality, robotics, and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. This is the end time thrust of the enemy, of the wicked, of the beast. The exhibits are designed to be entertaining, educational, and engaging for all age groups. Another feature of the Giant is a viewing tower where visitors can literally stand on the shoulders of a giant and look out over the city from a dramatic viewpoint. All right? The attraction offers significant economic benefits to cities where it will be located, providing a diversity of jobs and attracting local and international tourists and residents who will increase footfall in the vicinity. The Giant provides besides income from ticket sales, the Giant provides several revenue-producing opportunities, including advertising on the spectacular three-dimensional digital statue, Giant selfies, where every visitor can be scanned and instantly displayed on the sculpture, creating the most awe-inspiring selfie in the world. Special events and conferences and retail shops and restaurants, which are situated on the terrace roof garden. Additional revenue options include private events, brand celebrations, and messages for birthdays, anniversaries, and wedding proposals. The Giant is expected to draw approximately 500,000 visitors each year, generating annual revenue of around 12 million euros. Each Giant will cost between 15 to 20 million euros to develop, depending on location and size of Giant, which is variable. The Giant Company, led by award-winning entrepreneur Paddy Doningis, now seeking partners and expressions of interest from international developers who want to attract hundreds of thousands of people to a particular location where footfall has been reduced by the current pandemic. Paddy and the Giant team are working with the award-winning, innovative, Berlin-based creative studio and architecture firm Dan Perlman to design the attraction. Speaking about the launch of the Giant, Dunning said, "With patents in place, we are excited to unveil our plans. We have already had interest from investors from Europe, Australia, Abu Dhabi, and cities across the US. The beauty of this attraction is that its exhibition can be tailored to individual cities and cultures, and the sculptures can be posed in a number of positions to suit the location. International commercial property giant CBRE has partnered with the giant company and is engaging with city authorities globally with the goal of establishing 21 giants in 21 locations in 2021. Why do you think these people are emphasizing this 21? Because the 21 is important. 21 is very, very important. Let's take a look at the biblical meaning of the number 21. 21 symbolizes the great wickedness of rebellion and sin. Rebellion and sin. That's what these images, these statues represent. After the children of Yasharal left Egyptian bondage, they had 21 major rebellious events as they traveled and wandered the wilderness. The number 13, which symbolizes depravity and sinfulness, and 21 are closely related. The meaning of 21 in the Bible is an outgrowth of 13. Adding 13, which is sinfulness, and 8, which symbolizes a new beginning, gives us 21. So, mankind, this statue represents mankind's new beginning in total sinfulness. That's what it means. That's why they are going to cause all to worship. Think about it. Adding 13, sinfulness, and 8, symbolizing a new beginning, gives us 21, or a number that represents beginning a new level or effort that is sinful and disobedient against Allah. You think this is any coincidence? Think about it. On the last day of Allah's 7th Spring Festival, the 21st of the month of Nisan, the Eternal One carried out his last judgment against the Egyptians. He drowned Pharaoh and his entire army in the Red Sea as they were pursuing the Israelites in order to make them slaves again. 21 symbolizes the great wickedness of rebellion and sin. It represents a new order of rebellion and sin against the Most High. So, let's get back to some more, because this article is going to give us more things to think about, I should say. Iconic American attraction company Ripley's Believe It or Not has also showed enthusiasm in the project, with President Jim Pattison saying, "The giant has real potential on so many levels. Iconic landmark, attractions, technology, lighting, education, and most importantly, family fun. The outside will be an artistic canvas that can celebrate any event in the community and inviting every guest to be one of the many beautiful faces of the giant. Excited to see which world-class city will be the first to take advantage of this gigantic opportunity." Speaking about securing interest, Florence Stanley of CBRE said, "We are looking for prime locations, and we are also open to more offbeat sites that need to drive footfall. We are very excited to be working on this project, sourcing sites in 21 cities around the world. These people are Luciferians. Why are they choosing 21 cities around the world? Why didn't they just choose as many? They are in the business of making money. Why didn't they choose as many cities in the world who are interested? Why 21? They have to start with 21. They have to establish themselves in rebellion and in sin. All right? So, our immediate priority is securing appropriate locations, from there finding investors who will see the huge benefits of situating this iconic attraction in their city. Franchising the giant is also an option. The giant is pandemic proof. That is, even in times of lockdown, Customers can scan themselves using an iPad and for a fee, upload themselves to become a giant and share their giant selfie on social media. All right, the whole world wanders after the beast, worshiping the image of the beast. Now hear this. Visitors to the giant will receive a certificate and become part of the giant movement. An ongoing online engagement for the public. The giant will also present new dimensions in gastronomy and shopping. The team will work with leading chefs, artists, and inventors in each location to ensure that the dining and retail experience is imaginative and of the highest level. The Giants movement will lead the charge on promoting sustainable living and climatic action, along with funding programs for the homeless and other philanthropic endeavors. This is in keeping with the United Nations Agenda 2030 program, of course. This is me saying this. This sustainable living and climate action and programs for the homeless and philanthropic endeavors. All right? So, the Giant Company organization works in concert with cities, embassies, and leaders across the globe. The Giant Company is a member of the IAAPA, the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions. The Giant is planned for, and they keep saying this over and over again, the Giant is planned for 21 major cities across the globe. They are saying this 21, they are invoking 21, rebellion. The Giant is planned for 21 major cities across the globe. While every giant is bespoke for its city and county and country, each is also a member of a family that can digitally communicate with other giants around the world. This is very important. They can become one. They can become separate and they can become one. They can speak with one voice or they can speak for the countries in which they're in. This is important. This is why it can be used to be that AI God. It can fit in as the image in Revelation 13, 14 and 15. Right? So they can network it. If they can network them together, then they can network it to a central computer. And network it to a central computer, this can be the AI God that the AI church has been set up to worship. Think about it. Global events will engender global communities, and these trend-setting events will become a defining social feature of the upcoming decades. You see that? It will engender global communities. It's going to have communities of people around these giants. All right? Inside the 10,000 square foot exhibition space, visitors will engage with the Giant exhibition, which offers an absorbing journey into the world of giants. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the end. Why this obsession with giants? Just think about it, people. We're giving you things to think about. Let me say it again. Inside the 10,000 square foot exhibition space, visitors will engage with the Giant exhibition, which offers an absorbing journey into the world of giants, from the realms of legend and mythology to a celebration of the extraordinary men and women of the city and country it's located in. From its inventors, scientists, and artists to leaders, athletes, and game changers from the past to the present. The Giant visitor attraction can be built as a temporary or permanent structure for cultural and commercial use. All aspects of the Giant conform to the highest standards of ethical business practices and environmentally sustainable and health-conscious design, construction, and operation. Now, just a summary of the features of the Giant before we go. It is the world's tallest moving statue, and that moving there is very important. He had power to give life unto the beast. This matches it. The world's most unique digital billboard. The world's most sensational selfie. Instantly transforms into any image. It sings and speaks. Matching. Revelation 13:15. View the city from the shoulders of a giant. High-tech museum and exhibits for all ages. Stage for performances and presentations. Roof garden for dining, retail, and entertainment. All right. So, this is something very interesting, something for you all to think about. Just think about this, all right? We know we are at the mark of the beast. But the image of the beast should not be very far away. And we know the image of the beast, it says, saying to those who dwell on the earth that they should make an image. Let's think about this. Think about it. It says in Revelation 13:14 that they should make an image to the beast. Make an image. And in 15 it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So you make an image, but the image is able to give to have life in it. That they should make that the image of the beast should both speak. So the image can speak, it can move, it can have life, and it is made. This matches it perfectly. But what we don't see as yet, and we know that you won't see this at the start, because these people come with things that appear to be harmless, to be helping you, to be good. And then behind it lurks the danger. So when they have you in their trap, then they will force you to worship it, just as in the days of Nebuchadnezzar, when Nebuchadnezzar erected that giant statue and said, everyone has to bow down to that statue. Yeah, that was when Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, those stories came from that era, all right? And we know, as the scripture says, there's nothing new under the sun. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Things keep repeating themselves. So, nothing strange here. Not saying this is the image of the beast. Is this the image of the beast? You be the judge. But it sounds really, 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 really similar to Revelation 13:14 to 15. All right, this is Chazak Eliyahu Yasharal here, just giving you a teaser of this image of the beast, something to think about. All right, thank you for watching, and until next time, shalom. All right.